So the 2024 draft for the Chiefs is obviously not talked about as much as the 2022 NFL draft for the Chiefs, and that's obviously for a reason. But what if I told you that the 2024 draft for the Chiefs might be one of the best drafts that they ever had? And let's dig deep into that. So obviously, number 28th in the first round, they ended up drafting Xavier Worthy from Texas. So the Kansas City Chiefs traded up to select the fastest player in combine history. Worthy is an owner of the 4.21 second 40-yard dash, and that gives Mahomes the most explosive outside threat that he's ever had since the departure of Tyreek Hill. So that's amazing. Now, he's only 172 pounds, obviously, so that's a concern right there. But he is obviously going to, pick up weight. It's the NFL. He's going to pick up weight. And they're definitely going to make their offense more aggressive by drafting Xavier Worthy. And then in the second round, pick 63, they ended up getting Kingsley Suamataia. I don't really know how to say his name, but he's from BYU. He's a tackle. And we traded up one spot to select him. He could also be our new starting left tackle. He has experience on both sides of the line. He posted an 80.9 Pro Football Focus pass blocking grade on the right side in 2022 and an 86.1 Pro Focus Football passing blocking grade on the left side in 2023. So obviously he's more of like a left tackle, which we need very bad at this point because we don't really have nobody at left tackle at all. I mean, Wanya Morris, he's a candidate to be our new starting left tackle, but Kingsley might be better than Wanya Morris right now, even though he just started his NFL career and it's his first season. But protecting Patrick Mahomes is obviously a top priority, and Kingsley could definitely help that cause. Now, third round, well, not even the third round. We didn't have no third round picks. But the fourth round pick, 131, is somebody that I made a video about and I spoke very highly about in my last video, and that's Jared Wiley out of TCU. So Jared Wiley, he's a very versatile tight end, obviously. Very, very reliable weapon and reliable option in the passing game. So the Kansas City Chiefs, they supplied Patrick Mahomes with weapons throughout this whole draft. I mean, Xavier Worthy, Kingsley at left tackle, and then Wiley for tight end. So they gave Patrick Mahomes three different options in offense, and that's on their first three picks. They spent that on making Patrick Mahomes happy, which is very, very good. So, like I said, Wiley's a very, very reliable option in the passing game. His 8 receiving touchdowns ranked tied for first among FBS tight ends last year, and his 308 yards after the catch ranked 8th. So obviously the Chiefs tight end room is legit. After getting a guy like Wiley, it makes our tight end room legit, and all these rookies and all these studs, we know what they do with Andy Reid and what they do with the Kansas City Chiefs. They end up playing big roles in the offense, and even the rookies on defense, they end up playing big roles in the defense, and they help us on our playoff runs, and they help us go to the Super Bowl. They help us win the Super Bowl. These rookies, they usually always find a way to, contribute and do what they have to do and just play their role, man. And that's why Veach is a mastermind in my opinion, because he keep nailing these draft picks, and we keep winning Super Bowls because we have young players that's playing at a superstar level. Even though they're not superstars, it's games that they're having at a superstar level. So with the next pick, it was the fourth round pick, 133. So that was 2 selections after Jared Wiley. We ended up going with Jaden Hicks from Washington State. Now, this is an underrated pick in my opinion. Jaden Hicks from Washington State is actually very, very solid. And we continue to stack up productive defensive backs in the NFL draft. Now, Hicks was a standout at the Reese's Senior Bowl, and he has great movement. He earned the 83.0 coverage grade in 2023. So he's definitely a smart player who's going to fit extremely well with a DB room that's already loaded with young and hungry players that just want to go out there and do what they have to do, and play defense and obviously win them championships and shut down offenses. And him being in Spags' defense is definitely going to be something beneficial for him because Spags is a great defensive coordinator, And Jaden Hicks is a perfect player for Spag's system. So now with the next pick that we're going to talk about is a center from Penn State, and that's Hunter Norzad. So he was the fifth round, 159th. So Norzad is a high floor center prospect who obviously fits in the most NFL offenses, but he's not going to be no starter, of course, because we have Creed Humphrey. So we don't expect Hunter Norzad to be a starter. But he could definitely provide some nice depth to the Chiefs' interior offensive line, which is already very talented. And say, God forbid, Creed or Trey or Thuney goes down with an injury, then Hunter Norzad could come in and fill their role and, play. So he was more of like a good run blocker, though. I mean, sometimes, he put up some shaky grades and pass protection for sure in Penn State over the last several seasons, but, he could fix that. But he definitely is very good in the run game. I mean, he earned a 77.0 run blocking grade in 2023, which is very, very good. Now, the next pick that we're going to be speaking about is Kamal Haddon, and that's the sixth round pick, 211. So Kamal Haddon out of Tennessee. Now, he's actually an underrated player, right? Like, he's one of them guys that was supposed to go way higher than this. So Hayden, he does struggle in run support and press coverage, but obviously you could improve stuff like that. You could definitely improve stuff like that. But when it comes to coverage, pass coverage, he is very, very good. So he earned a 90.4 PFF coverage grade, and he had a 91 zone coverage grade in 2023. So Kamal Haddon could be a stud if you put him in zone, and that's going to be something very special to see. Now, with the last pick that we took, it was round 7, 248, and that's C.J. Hansen from Holy Cross. He's a guard. Now, Hansen is nothing really crazy, but he was a better run blocker than he was a pass blocker. He earned a 71.5 PFF run blocking grade compared to a 63.5 PFF pass blocking grade. So, obviously, the step up in competition level is going to be very hard for him, because he's going to have to step up. I mean, it's going to be the NFL. Now you're at a different competition level, so it's going to be hard for him to play. But we'll see what he does in the preseason. Either way, he's only going to be a depth piece because he's not going to start. But then again, Trey Smith might not be here next season, or Joe Thuney, so one day he might have to start. So let's see what he does in the preseason. Hopefully he could learn behind our very talented interior lineman that could teach him some things, man. So the Kansas City Chiefs, they did very, very good with this draft class, and I do believe that it's going to be an underrated draft class, and I do want to see what they're going to do in the season, and what are these rookies going to do, and how good are these rookies going to play? Are they ready for the moment? Chiefs priority, and I'm out, man. Peace.